Governor Eno directs Transition Committee Chairman to launch a rice food security program in their local government councils. Lack of planning identified as the main cause of poor living conditions experienced by retirees in Nigeria. Plus, management of Marigold International School reaffirms commitment to exposing their pupils and students to skill-based learning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on the news at 10 on NTA Uyo. My name is Dianime Uko. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103 and on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. The news in detail. All local government transition committee chairmen are to replicate the launch of the Arise Food Security Program in their local government areas on or before Tuesday, 2nd April 2024. Any transition chairman that fails will be sacked before 4 o'clock in the evening same day. Governor Umoeno stated this at the flag-off of the Arise Food Security Program held at Ita Market, Itu local government area. The report.
Arise Food Security Program under the Akwa Ibom State Bulk Purchase Agency is a brainchild of Governor Umoeno as a measure to ameliorate the sufferings of the people, especially the poor, who are finding it very difficult to feed due to the high cost of staple foods in the market. This is the turn of Itu local government area coming at a time when most families are worried about what to eat. This is a celebration. The people believe there couldn't have been a better time than now to kick off this life-touching project.
Now, of His Excellency the Governor to have taken this initiative, it shows there is a very responsive and a very responsible governor. The greatest thing you can give to Nigeria now is food on the table.
Of course, if all of us return to the farm, just like His Excellency has mentioned, whether it is crop, whether it is animal production, all of us, all hands must be on deck to ensure that we provide the food that we need to feed ourselves as a people.
With this initiative, with this program, I can assure you, our people going to benefit from it, going to be happy. Even as time goes on, we won't only start giving free. We make sure that we also give them opportunity to farm.
Governor Nwai flagging off the program assures the people of his determination to turn things around for the good of all. He calls on the people to join hands with government to bring permanent solution to the incessant increase in the cost of food items by going back to the farm to ensure the state produce what it consumes.
We cannot sleep until Akwa Ibom people witness price stability, and we must continue to do the research. We must continue to look at where we will intervene and help our people to have food. That's what government is all about.
The food items so far captured in the program include gari, rice and beans, all of which are measured in 5 kilograms. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
One sure way of managing internal security in Akwa Ibom State is through effective community participation. This is the summation of speakers at the maiden edition of Radio Nigeria Atlantic FM Public Lecture Series held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The report.
It's a gathering of security stakeholders in Akwa Ibom State, and the conversation is concise: community participation in security management. The hosts, Radio Nigeria Atlantic FM, set the tone for the engagement to begin.
We communicate, we will written ahead of this which we shall read, so that the traditional rulers will also know how to tell their various chiefs and chiefdoms the best way to go.
It is my firm belief that after the presentation by our eminent professor and guest speaker, who are also security experts, we would have our rights explored and subsequently have a better roadmap towards the effective enlightenment of the people in the communities.
Representatives of service commanders and traditional rulers harp on the need for citizens' participation in securing communities.
We are also to protect the critical and national assets and infrastructure of Nigeria. Nigeria, where you have a pipelines, then there has to be gas and oil and water and all of that.
It will never be safe 100%, like the earlier speaker said. One way or the other, there are problems, and those problems need to be addressed. So I pray this event or this gathering will help us to reach out to solve one or two problems that will ensure the safety of the states.
Once there is a symbiotic relationship between those people that are the officers in the field with the community, I don't think the security problem will be out of hand.
Professor Ofonime Basia Sokwo, a security expert, in his presentation notes that effective management of internal security is hinged majorly on intelligence gathering and partnership at the community level.
When we come together, it will be lighter, it will be easier, and it will be efficient and effective. Effective and efficient.
The public lecture featured recognition of individuals, principals of select public schools, and security agencies following their roles in ensuring security in their domains and the state. Dianime Uko.
Lack of planning has been identified as the main cause of poor living conditions experienced by many workers in Nigeria upon retirement. To reverse the trend, economists are advising public servants to embrace entrepreneurship and adopt a suitable financial lifestyle. This was at Professor Nyaudon Dayo's first public lecture organized by his friends in the University of Uyo, titled Planning for Retirement, the Entrepreneurship Option. Etienne Oibanga reports.
Motivated by the growing concerns that many workers lack relevant and sufficient information required to develop good and realistic retirement plan is the reason for the coming together of this town and gown to be equipped with knowledge, knowing that retirement awaits every worker.
You need to invest in real estate and also adopt a suitable lifestyle. It's very important. Retirement will surely come whether we like it or not. The what you do while in office will determine what will happen when you are out of office.
Professor of Operations Research and Strategic Management, Isaac Ayondele, and other speakers did justice to the topic, calling on employees to plan for other sources of income to supplement retirement benefits.
The changing economic reality and the cultural values have necessitated workers and retirees to increasingly take on an unprecedented degree of responsibility for their retirement, especially due to rising costs and the fact that government pension schemes face insolvency.
Gather well, no matter how small what you are getting periodically, monthly, whatever periodicity, put something by for a rainy day, for the days of retirement.
If you want to invest in retirement, and I consider strongly investment decision taking 3 years to retirement is totally a no-no for me.
Economists opine that though the journey to start a business as part of retirement plan may be difficult at inception, it will later become a decision that one will never regret. Etienne Banga, NTN News.
In a related development, as the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nyaudon Dayo clocks 63 years, a committee of friends within the university gathered people from all walks of life to celebrate the university Don for his contributions to the development of the institution and humanity. Etienne Oibanga tells us more.
Professor Nyaudon Dayo, Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, was born on March 25, 1961. The academic graduated with first-class honors division in agronomy in 1991, employed by the university in 1992 as a graduate assistant, and rose through the ranks to become a professor of farming systems. Many describe Professor Dayo as a result-oriented scholar, judging from his contributions to the growth of the educational sector and human capital development.
He's a very intelligent man, highly innovative man. He's humble and a very God-fearing.
It's a great gift to the University of Nigeria and even beyond.
The Professor Yaudon Dayo is an accomplished scholar and not just being a vice chancellor, but someone who has invested in the intellectual industry.
At the ceremony, the man at the heart of the celebration, accompanied by his wife Udoabasi, is delightful.
I am humbled and overwhelmed by your love. Even much more than the words can express. So I'm very happy. And I stand here to declare all quantifiable blessings on you.
Different groups and individuals within and outside the university presented souvenirs at the ceremony, which featured cake cutting, toast, and merriment. Many are optimistic that the bond of relationship created by the Vice Chancellor among the university management and larger society will foster progress and unity for a harmonious learning environment. Etienne Banga, NTA News.
Still talking education, the management of Marigold International School's Kilometer 7, a back road, is reaffirming commitment to exposing their pupils and students to skill-based learning within and outside the classroom. The management disclosed this when the pupils visited NTA Uyo on an excursion. Blessing Akpan has details.
The students were warmly received and guided through an insightful exploration of the world of television broadcasting by the Principal Administrative Officer, Mr. Mfonobong Moffat. Mr. Moffat educated the students on the differences between television and radio broadcasting. He engaged them in discussions about their favorite NTA programs to motivate their interest.
Once you tune to NTA, you must get at least one of that mandate. We call it the mandate. Go and do this. You have the mandate to do this. So NTA has the mandate to inform, educate, and entertain viewers.
The students were then briefed on the workings of the various departments within NTA, providing them with a broader view on how a typical television station operates.
You can realize that it's slightly quiet here as you enter. You don't have noise filtering in from outside to this place. That's because the studio is supposed to be quiet at that time. You need a closer shot of this young man. So what you do is get close, focus, and then pull in the shots to have that.
The visit climaxed with a tour of the master control room, where students witnessed the final stages of program production and broadcasting, the broadcast studio, and editing suite, amongst others.
My expectations were to acquire more knowledge on news broadcasting and to know the equipment involved in news broadcasting. I've been exposed to so many things I haven't seen before, like the control room where there is editing and the production of the news is carried out.
I got to know the 6 departments in the NTA: the finance department, the marketing department, the engineering department, the news and current affairs. I got to know the master control room, where I knew some equipment like the audio amplifier and the audio cursor and the speaker.
The visit, according to the pupils and students, was an interesting experience that had broadened their perspective and sparked their interest in the media industry. In Uyo, Blessing Akpan, NTA News.
Away from education matters to environmental issues, as the rainy season gradually sets in, residents are urging restraints from indiscriminate dumping of wastes in drainages to avoid flooding. Abasianyanga Ekpenyong visited some areas in the metropolis and filed in this report.
Dumping empty cans, used pure water sachet, bottles, of table water and other refuse into the gutter by road sweepers, residents, motorists and pedestrians often hindered the free flow of water in drainages in some parts of Uyo. The need to maintain sand and waste-free gutters is encouraged by all citizens for a healthy living environment. Some business owners applaud the state government for their prompt evacuation of waste and desilting of the gutters for free flow of waters, even though they say more needs to be done in other areas to cushion the effect of flooding as the rains intensify.
I'm very, very happy for what I'm seeing this morning, because for here we do have challenges in terms of during rainy season. When it's raining like this, we do feel like the whole of this our shop, though as in there is always fear.
When rain falls, everywhere will be flooding and we will not be able to pass. Thank God that we need help, so we appreciate them.
You have to give the solution to these people that they sweep this road. These are the problems that you are having. When they fill the sand with the gutter, it will be a problem, because the water will just come up to the shop.
However, it is the hope of the people that while the state government will continue to help in the silting of drainages, frantic efforts by individuals will go a long way to complement this effort to enhance free flow of water in the gutters. In Uyo, Abasi Anyanga, Ekpeyon, NTA News.
Residents of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State expect reduction in the pump price of petroleum products, especially premium motor spirits, as the Port Harcourt refinery commences operation by the end of March 2024. The report.
Rehabilitation work on the Port Harcourt refinery was completed in December 2023, while the facility received supply of 475,000 barrels of crude oil in February 2024. With this done, Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, says the Port Harcourt refinery will commence production by end of March. This is good news for Uyo residents who anticipate reduction in the price of petroleum products.
We definitely hope to see what that plan is going to give birth to. And we don't expect much, but at least it should cushion the effect of the fuel's price and everything that we are feeling right now. So
if the government is so sincere, has the willpower to do the needful, refine the petroleum there and sell it to the people, I think we'll be able to bring down the price of petroleum.
An economic expert, Professor Emmanuel Omudwoket, speaks on the impact of the development on the economy.
When the quantity imported is reduced, they will at least ease a little pressure on the domestic currency, the naira, the exchange rate. That money will be made available, and especially other derivative products from petroleum, from the crude oil, like the quota and the rest of them that we have been missing, we have been losing all through this year, will be available for the infrastructural development in Nigeria.
Update on the Warri refinery has it that mechanical works have been completed as the facility is undergoing regulatory compliance procedures, while the Kaduna refinery would not be completed until December 2024. In Uyo, Dianime Uko.
It's a wrap on the news this morning, but before we go, a review of the top stories. Governor Umoeno has directed Transition Committee chairmen to launch a rice food security program in their local government councils. Lack of planning has been identified as the main cause of poor living conditions experienced by retirees in Nigeria. You also heard in the news that the management of Marigold International School has reaffirmed commitment to exposing their pupils and students to skill-based learning. Many thanks for watching. My name is Dianime Uko, but before we go, to be a star, join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. The news in translation is up next. Good morning.
Moi no ano meti wuruk bukor ke mengko karo yo bo ya ina ngamdu temeri no ngambono woni dia kem fon ke mengko karamo. Unana itin nutum adi bengi dem berunyo kutum anam yang menam utum kare si bo fen mo ma nyong kutum. Mikbo wu fong wele dion te Marigold International School et metang dinam yan di to fong wele ni fio bangam na pe mu ba utum. O kan ngi song ide on bo ya iko member san ni o ba sene me min kere wisdom check up. Ate kena ede makaiso adidem fon esunu do na mbono wo sidon ke mention si tebo ya mo itre do ambio ntebe bari nam ya mo ndi idem awo fiore yo idem abasi nya ekpenyo ke sanga ke se mention si tie se do ambio ado wo sinom bomi
mbo nam ya idiongo ke mewo ari do ambio ye mempo fen ke gota ado mposi ikpan mongo di boyo na akpe boyo man mongo mi aboyo mfon ikinyi twagira yang no mewo etredi inamami manatoro ebi idong ke meitie sifon nko manatodo mbongo kana boyo ke me gota sami ebo yang no mewo etre adi duongo membio manatoro itiebi yaya semmewo erong mono we na mambo bege ekom arauka state nyen na anyeri di siongo membio mi yentan amebi ginam yak nombongo mi aboyo yak dionko akunyungu ura kusong na sogena na mami ari ronyen mewo ke ukara state ngin ayas ko kaiso ari so mwam kendi siongo membio mi ye mempo mi yentan ame dongo ke megota sami enko enyunge bo monowo kena ukara na mami yang mo ekrebo ke mimo imi itre ndi idong mempo amesi ganam ndi ongerong aba
bono go sirma miku yo ado kwai bom state enyi do nyane bo kem mempo ser no wat ser ni song eben nenanga abana mana suguru ampana ban nte anye di on kete petrol akere na antie una marro wat ke pota kole di on te refinery adi tongo tum kutrafion March is Christine ya ikombomi ito wemedimo Samson
Edi mana ndiong usiagifia utem maranisong ame Port Harcourt ediong kente Port Harcourt Refinery emai kuenge utemodo kafiong dubeba iswa 2023 kini itiero akebo akporan isong ayoko iba 1000 ikie inangye tammefat kafiong iba iswa 2024 kemai kenama miema Adai wuru fogu to mesegam po bangan luto marani song kirut nyeneri yung kente Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited Melekiari at ang abuke Port Harcourt Refinery ay ato ang utim mfon kutref yung ita iswami. Nko mbono woku yo Akwa Ibom State ang abuke mi ado tayo timbok inom mimo si adogo iminie idroyen ntekwe udwa adanikang ayasuwo. Nko mikbowo yemme ntaifyo kikpege usempombanga ndaga uforo emaitang ufon amendu tomado abigiben idi kikpege nkoriye uforo idut nyan nko mboganam no ediongebo kitie utem aranisong ame wori kenam usongpo ekanyan keridiong itiero nko ame karuna iya kwenge utem edidiong anye kafiong dubeba iswa 2024 mikuyo Uwemedimo Samson Okombok NTA
Kanyen bon di trembo ba sene mi rut tumbubre yon kaneka itia bari tumaki kob membo fene tonyen tutwinero